Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining us for this general love forecast. I already see a few personal mini reading requests, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in and joining us here today. So as always, my daughter Cameron is our moderator. She'll be able to take care of you in the comments section. If you have any questions or need assistance by way of requesting your personal mini reading here today. I'm a bit under the weather today, so I'll probably cut off the live around 6 or so. Not as long as the other ones, but I'll try my best to get through the personal requests here. All right, guys. So let's get started and take a look at the overall energy for the collective and what needs to come through. So I think I'm going to start off by taking a look at perhaps some of the challenges that some of you might be dealing with. So I'll be pulling from the Untold Truths of the Heart Oracle by Aqua Moonlight. All right, here we go. All right, so what are some of the challenges that you might be dealing with? We do have shattered coming through, damaged, brokenhearted, destroyed. All right, so maybe somebody hurt you. Thank you, Fusion. I hope so too. Just a bit under the weather today. We do have apprehensive, guarded, cautious, and afraid. We do have second chance. So whoever hurt you, they are coming in wanting to have a second chance at love with you. Okay, let's see what else. But this could be you, where you're apprehensive, where you're not sure whether you want to give this person a second chance. And look at this. We have farewells, goodbyes, finality, closure. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot and see what's up with this. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective, for those who are in need of guidance here. So somebody clearly hurt you. Maybe you're not sure whether you are open to allowing this person back in. Okay. Maybe some of you guys haven't had closure when it comes to this person. Could have been a very painful breakup as well. So look at this. We're starting off with the Sun. You could be dealing with Leo specifically, okay? Or you could be the Leo here where you are just seeking your own happiness. You're looking for fulfillment in your life, and maybe there's somebody here that couldn't offer it to you, okay? Some of you could be single at this point. That could be the Divine Feminine. We've got the Queen of Cups. We have the High Priestess representing Cancer. Cups, of course, representing water energy. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Take that if it applies for you, Divine Feminine. But regardless of signs here, I feel it is the Feminine who might have walls up. You know, it could be you that's treading ever so lightly when it comes to your masculine. Okay, and it could be the masculine, again, wanting a second chance with you, wanting to come in to fix this situation. And that's where your intuition will serve you well, Divine Feminine. You have to trust that because there's a reason why you guys parted ways to begin with. We do have the Three of Pentacles. And then we've got the Five of Swords. I mean, look at that energy right there. Disagreements. Okay, so there was this lack of teamwork, lack of working together in the relationship. And that might, again, have something to do with the Divine Masculine since the Feminine is showing up here. So you might have said goodbye to this person because they weren't investing their time in the relationship. That could have been an issue there. And we've got a possible competitive nature with the Five of Swords where somebody might have had their own agenda with somebody else. It could have been infidelity or trust issues there. arguments, as we can see, possible confrontations. Okay, so that could have been the challenge. But I feel this person might be regretting some of the things that they said or did. Look at the next card. We've got the Tower. Some of you guys could be Aries. You could be dealing with an Aries. And this right here represents the separation, the fact that you guys are not together right now, more than likely. We see the goodbye. We see that there was a farewell here. Oops, it's being hidden there. Yeah, you guys parted ways for some reason. And I'm feeling when this Tower happened, there could have been some tears that were shed, some very painful words that were expressed. You know, this doesn't just come along and it doesn't make an impact, because it absolutely does. And whenever there's a Tower, usually there's a lesson that's tied into that type of experience, you know? So painful breakup is what we're seeing here. So here we are with the Knight of Wands, charming and free spirit, as we can see in the upright. Yes, that is true. But sometimes the Knight of Wands right next to a Tower can be non-committal, and that could have been why they broke the connection here, why perhaps they might have shattered your dreams or your hopes, or even your heart, Divine Feminine. You know, maybe you knew it, maybe you suspected it. You know, going back to, let me move these guys over, the Queen of Cups and the High Priestess, both of these energies from the feminine, it's very intuitive. And so perhaps that's something that you already picked up off of, that they just wanted to either mess around, or they weren't ready to commit to you. They wanted, you know, their cake and eat it too, thinking perhaps they could find something or someone better aside from this connection. For me, the way this is coming through right now, it's the grass is greener mentality. And they didn't find it, I don't think. Not long term anyway. And perhaps realizing that you represent this energy of the sun. You represent the happiness that they had at one point in time. But they blew it. And so now here they are wanting another opportunity to come back. They want that second chance. Whether or not they can have it is a whole nother thing. We do have the Seven of Pentacles right here. Okay, hard work that pays off. Yes, it's about not giving up on the connection. And I have a feeling this is, again, a masculine who's letting the feminine know. It's like, look, I am recognizing some of the mistakes I've made in the past, and I would love a second chance here. I want to be able to make this right. But, you know, Tower moments take time to heal from. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It's not going to happen maybe this month. You know, it's going to require patience on their part. All right. Now, for some of you who might already be in another relationship, or who might have already moved on to somebody else, we've got the Four of Pentacles. So this person that ruined the partnership, that hurt you, they could be coming through with this very jealous energy where they're seeing you with someone else, and perhaps unable to handle that. You know, maybe they're struggling to be able to accept that. Or they could have also been, as we can see, a very controlling person. It could be something like that, you know? So let's see what else we can find out for you here. All right, so that's some of the challenges that's represented right there. Okay, so let's see what else we can find out. I'll be pulling from my dating scene oracle here to take a look and see what it is that might be creating some of these challenges, or what might be able to clear that up. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please. For the collective, what else do we need to know? Okay, look at this. We have messy, okay? And it does say unorganized, untidy. This is somebody who creates a bit of a mess in their life. And if that's what happened between the two of you, then you tie that in with a Tower moment, and it was very chaotic. Okay, let's see what else. What else? What else? Look at this, guys. We've got a twin flame connection coming through here. So just because somebody is our twin, that doesn't mean we can't experience challenges, because we can, right? So it could be a twin flame situation, connection that is currently in separation, which interestingly enough, I just posted a reading about that yesterday. So if you haven't checked that one out, it's available. You know, maybe there's something in those messages that makes sense for you and your twin flame if you're on that twin flame journey. Okay, so it's coming through as a very messy situation here. All right, here we go. Oh man, look at this. We have forbidden fruit. Okay, married, committed elsewhere. So take it if it applies for your situation. The person doesn't necessarily have to be married, but it could be that somebody was already in another relationship, and we have lines that were crossed here, boundaries that are crossed. You know, that is absolutely a very messy situation. So, of course, that's not everybody's story, but take it if it applies, okay? I can't make it up, guys. Look at the next card. We've got husband material, dashing and debonair. Okay, but somebody was probably married, and it could have been a masculine here. Or divine feminine, you might have gotten yourself involved in this connection, third-party situation. Maybe you do feel that this person is your twin, but they are unavailable. Okay, that's just the way it's coming through there. Wow, okay. Let's see what else, what else. Can't make it up, guys. Look at this. We have beware, serial cheater, can't be trusted. All right, so we have some trust issues that are popping up here, okay? Very, very messy. So maybe this person is just not trustworthy. And maybe at this point, you know this. Okay. Look at this. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Cups. So if you did walk away from this messy situation, congratulations, because it looks like a mess. There's no other way to say it. That's the way it's coming through. So if you haven't already distanced yourself from this type of connection, you know, they could just be giving you crumbs, then it's time to detach, because it spells it out right here. You know, forbidden fruit, married, committed elsewhere, and then we've got the husband material message coming through, and then we've got serial cheater, can't be trusted. Very messy situation. And what complicates it is if you feel so drawn to this person that they are your twin flame. But there are clearly lessons that need to be learned here, and we've already seen the Tower. So it's, wow. Three of Swords, heartbreak, third party, love triangle. This is how this is lining up. This is the next card, Two of Cups. We have the Four of Pentacles. So I feel this is a masculine. As I've mentioned, they wanted their cake and eat it too. You know, Four of Pentacles, we see the greed there. They want it all, but they can't have it all, you know? So they're going after a person that they know they shouldn't be going after. Even if the love is there, even if the attraction is there, it's forbidden fruit. And that is how it's coming through here. Look at this. Five of Swords, disagreements, okay? So we can't seem to get away from that energy. For this one anyway. For this particular message. That is why that's the second time that we are seeing the Five of Swords in this reading so far. Because you guys just were not seeing eye to eye. Lots of disagreements, arguments, fights, some angry words that were spoken, understandably so. This person just wasn't able to offer anything substantial by way of commitment. You know, that is how it is presenting itself here. So whoever this makes sense for, it's coming through here. And the biggest takeaway from this group of cards is to walk away from it, because it's not going to turn into anything further, you know? And maybe this is something that you've been carrying around with you, and it'll just continue to get heavier and heavier and heavier until you accept that it's not going to go anywhere, until you take control of the situation and decide, you know what, I deserve better, and decide to go in a different direction and lay that burden down, because you deserve so much more. We clearly see that they're juggling between people, opportunities. They don't have their priorities straight. Okay, so you're better off starting over. You've got the Ace of Wands here. You have the potential to create a life for yourself where you can have a new beginning and find happiness for yourself. And look at this. You've got the Six of Swords coming up next. So this is a transition that, in a way, the universe is wanting you to really pay attention to that sign. You know, it's time. It is time to move on. It is time to close this chapter. It's not going to go anywhere. You know, sure, everybody's got their own free will, and it is totally up to you if you want to continue to pour your energies into this person, maybe hoping that someday they'll get their act together, they're going to get a divorce, they're going to commit to you and only you and all of that. Okay, but sure, there's a possibility that can happen. But the likelihood of it happening, just the way these cards are coming through, it seems like a futile effort is just how it's presenting itself here. You do have the Wheel of Fortune. So this, to me, is a sign for those of you that resonate with this. Life is wanting to move you forward. And it's up to you whether or not you want to be stagnant and remain in this type of experience, because nobody can force you to move forward. Nobody can force you to take a look at this situation and see that it's not going anywhere. Okay? You have your own free will. And if you want to continue to invest in this person, just know that it might continue to break your heart, that it's going to continue to hurt you. And it really is time to just detach and walk away, because you deserve so much more. This right here, you know, it's good luck, it's good karma. That's what you can attract into your life. But first, you got to get rid of the bad karma, the not so good experiences. And here we are again with our Knight of Wands. Action-oriented, yes. Very passionate connection, yes. Lots of fun with this person, yes. But they're not going to stick around. Okay, so Knight of Wands, known to be in and out of someone's life. So just be mindful of that one, okay? And here we are again with the High Priestess, where it is really wanting my divine feminines to trust what you're feeling in your heart. Because sometimes, you know, we know what the truth is, but we don't always listen to it, or we don't want to face it because it hurts, right? The truth can sometimes hurt. And I feel instinctively, intuitively, you know what it is that you need to do. And that is to walk away and leave this one behind, because you deserve the world and this person can't give it to you. Okay, that's just what I'm feeling there. You are the Empress, you see? You are this very beautiful, empowered person. And you don't want to sell yourself short by dealing with somebody who's just giving you crumbs. You can find this happiness on your own by choosing to claim it, by moving in a different direction and being successful in your life, and not just your love life. This can apply to anything and everything. And look at that. You've got the Star. All right. Some of you could be Aquarius. You could be dealing with an Aquarian, but I feel that life is really wanting to move you forward. And in order to allow your wishes to manifest, there has to be movement in a different direction. That is what I am feeling here, okay? And it's also quite fitting that we have this next card, Two of Wands, and how fitting as well that we've got the Lovers card popping up next, because life is wanting you to choose differently, especially when it comes to your love life. Okay, we do have twin flame representation. We also have soulmate representation. So however way you see this connection, or that is what is coming your way, especially let's just say you happen to be single and you've already experienced this type of heartbreak or infidelity in a relationship, because the Lovers card can also represent that third party element sometimes. But it can also represent this amazing, beautiful love connection that you could find just simply by choosing differently, you know, choosing a different path for yourself in order to claim that happy outcome for yourself. Okay, so hopefully that made sense for somebody, but that is how the cards are coming through today. Wow, intense stuff. Okay, so let's grab one more set of cards and then we'll get into the personals. All right, so I wanted to pull from this deck by Bridget of Divine Essentials. It's called The Love Journey. All right, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please, for the collective. What else do we need to know, please? For those who are here in need of guidance at this time, what do we need to know here, please? All right, let's see, or I can't read. Let's set this love free and wash over me. Okay, so take that how it applies, because I kind of feel based off of what we've already seen, some of you need to set this person free, you know, but it could also be for some of you new love connections or where you already are at in your life. We'll clarify that, of course. This is the next card. We have I miss your kiss. You're my wish come true. Okay. So you are their wish come true. Let's grab another. So this is focused on people who are not together at this time. They're still wishing for you to be a part of their life. And then we have this one. I will love you for the rest of my life. Okay, so let's clarify and see what else we can learn here. I wanted to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle. So this one includes new Oracle messages as well as new court cards, in addition to all of the usual tarot messages. Let's see what comes through here. We have separations. We have people perhaps who are wishing for love to come in or a particular outcome to happen. Look at this. We now have the Nine of Cups, which of course is our wish fulfillment card. Makes sense. You're my wish come true. And here could be the manifestation of that wish. All right, let's see what else. All right, so we're starting off with Archangel Daniel. That's interesting because Archangel Daniel is known to be the angel of marriage. So remember, guys, we've already seen the husband material right here, that somebody could have been married. We've seen infidelity. We've seen lots of drama so far, right? And so this particular archangel is about focusing on that type of scenario and hopefully being able to fix things. So let me read through this. It does say, I am the angel of marriage, union, and eloquence. I can help you attract love into your life to help you become the best version of yourself so you can be the ideal partner for your ideal partner. When you are fulfilled and whole within yourself, this paves the way for finding true love through another. I can help heal those who are going through a divorce or separation to reignite and maintain the spark in your partnerships. I'm here to help open your heart chakra. So take whichever one of those scenarios you're most guided towards, because regardless of what we've already seen, if there's still a part of you that wants to come together with somebody, then perhaps Archangel Daniel is the person to do it for you, okay? Let's see. We have Virgo coming through with the Hermit card. So somebody perhaps might be single at this point in time. Maybe you're single right now, spending time on your own, but this is also a really good card of introspection and maybe giving you the opportunity to think about your life, the relationships that you've already experienced, the ones that haven't worked, and what it is that you are perhaps wishing for in the future. Okay, so this can also, and I love how it says, I miss your kiss right above it, because the Hermit can also be a card of bridging the gap between two people who are in separation. Okay. We also have the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, this is perhaps a masculine or a person who knows that they have to dedicate a lot of their time towards working towards this partnership. And this is somebody who's loyal, they are responsible, but they also know that they can't be rushing in wanting results right away. You know, it's a very slow moving energy for a reason. So it's slow, but there can be progress towards manifesting this wish, whatever that is. Let's see what else. All right, look at this. We now have our Eight of Cups, right? We've seen that already. So I will love you for the rest of my life. You walked away from somebody, perhaps, who now recognizes that they still love you, but maybe they only recognize that after you were no longer there. You know, there's absence here, and they're feeling lonely, and now they've got this opportunity to really think things through with that Hermit's energy. And now they realize, okay, I love you and I'll always love you no matter what. But they could have also lost you at this point. Look at this. We've got the Empress. Okay, so it's clarification here, perhaps, that we might have a masculine who lost the feminine. It could have been you, Divine Feminine, coming in as the Empress, and you might have walked away from this person. And they might still be wishing for you. Not that some of my feminines might not be wishing for this masculine to return, but there are things that need to be fixed. We clearly see that, you know, based off of what's already presented itself. Let's see what else here. That's quite fitting with the Six of Pentacles, because this is the card of equality. And I feel, Divine Feminine, that's what you're hoping for. That's what you're wishing for. That's what you're expecting from this masculine. If there was cheating, if there was infidelity, if somebody was married or unavailable, then there is no equality there, because they can't dedicate that time to you because there's somebody else. Okay. And so I feel that that's what it is that you require in this relationship, Divine Feminine. They need to be able to show up in the way that you need them to. Okay. We also have the Six of Wands. So we've got sixes popping up here. This is about rebuilding your self-confidence. This is about success. This is about victory. Okay. So I feel that for some of you, this is something that can manifest in your life when it comes to this relationship. That's actually a wish that can come true, and it can be a very successful union for some of you. And remember, Archangel Daniel is here to actually help you guys out for some of the issues that you might be having in your relationship. Okay, let's see what else. Look at that. And now we've got the Fool taking that leap of faith. This is a new beginning for some of you guys. Somebody could have had issues with commitment here, but somebody also now wants to manifest this wish. As we can see, their wish come true. And they know that it's not going to happen on its own. They're going to have to do something about this. They're going to have to take that risk to let you know that they still want you to be in their life. Okay. And maybe they do see you as this very exciting lover. That is also a part of the interpretation of the Fool. Okay, but if they want to be carefree and single and have their cake and eat it too, then I feel that for you, the viewer, you're not going to allow this person to return. And that's a lesson that they're going to have to learn if they haven't learned it already, because this is still in effect, that Eight of Cups. If you walked away once, and if they want a reconciliation, then they're going to have to come towards you as a better partner, you know, make it worth it to start again. Otherwise, this isn't going to happen. You know, you're going to walk away again. So hopefully they've learned that lesson and they're not going to give you a reason to detach a second time. Okay, so I see that there. All right, let's see what else. All right, we also have the oak tree. And then we've got the Two of Cups. Okay, so this person clearly loves you. There could be marriage in the future for some of you, or you could also reconnect with somebody that you love, coming back together, whether you see them as a twin or a soulmate. The Two of Cups represents two people who are very compatible, you know? And then we've got this oak tree right here. It is in the upright. So it is picking up off of all of these keywords right here: mighty, warm, friendly, protective, an action taker, spiritual power, courage, and determination. And sometimes when we experience tower moments and difficult times in our life, whether that's related to love or something else, you know, this is just letting you know that through finding courage within yourself, through your own determination to see things through, that there are better days ahead, you know? So I really like how that's coming through, because there's hope there. And hopefully through that type of energy in this partnership, if it is coming back together, then you guys have a chance at happiness. Okay? All right, so let's get into some personal readings here, guys. So hopefully there's something in the general love forecast that made sense for you. All right, guys, so give me 1 second. Let me get these cards situated and then we'll get started on those. Be right back. All right, guys, thank you for your patience and for those who are here. So Quinn, you are up first. Let's see, Aquarius. Okay, what does Spirit want to tell me about my connection with Francisco? He's a Capricorn. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and grab some insight when it comes to Francisco here.
Should we get rid of this guy? This guy's saying some stuff. I'm hiding it right now. What the comment that he's talking about shooting kids.
Yes. Yes. All right, so Quinn, are you here? And thank you so much, everybody that is here, and for your patience and waiting for your personal reading. Awesome. Okay, hi, Quinn. All right, so let's take a look at Francisco's energy, okay? Spirit, please bring forward any messages that you have for Quinn, Aquarius, regarding the connection with Francisco, Capricorn. All right, here we go. What do we need to know here? Okay, so we're starting off with freedom. All right, so perhaps when it comes to Francisco at this point in time, he just wants that freedom, maybe not ready to commit fully in the relationship, perhaps. Let's see what else here. That doesn't mean it can't happen later. We do have telepathy coming through. Okay, so during times when, or if you guys are in separation, I'm assuming there is distance here. There's a lot of interaction going on telepathically. Maybe you're picking up off of that instinctively. Quinn, that's a possibility. Look at this. We have indecision coming through. And then we have confused. 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. So there is indecision here. We also have the soulmate card coming through, and we are focusing on Francisco at this point in time. So there's confusion that needs to be cleared there. Yeah, it's like not really wanting to settle down perhaps, but also feeling drawn to you through this soulmate card. And then lastly, we do have the bondage card. This always reminds me of somebody who's not wanting to get their hands tied, you know, or maybe feeling like they're trapped in a situation, unable to make this decision one way or the other. But, you know, that doesn't mean that that decision can't happen later on. Maybe this one needs a little bit more time. So let's clarify that and let's see what else we can bring forward here. All right, here we go. Let's see what else we can learn here. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Quinn Aquarius and the connection with Francisco Capricorn. What else do we need to know, please? Oh, thank you, Kim. Thank you. I see it. Sorry, guys. We're dealing with trolls here in the comments, so we're deleting them. Hold on 1 second. You know, it just blows my mind how people get entertained by jumping on these live streams and just wreaking havoc in the comments. It's stupid. All right. Anyway, let's grab some tarot here. All right, so we've got the star coming through, Quinn. So here's what I'm feeling with that card alone. That even if there is distance or no progress between you and Francisco at this point in time, because he's undecided as to what it is that he wants, I am feeling that he's still going to eventually be guided to you or guided back to you. Let's see. We do have the Ace of Cups coming through. Okay, so this could be a fresh start for the two of you in this relationship once he's able to gain clarity and have a true understanding of what it is that he truly wants in this partnership. Okay, right now with Francisco, there seems to be this independent vibe coming through. Maybe he's throwing all of his energies into his career, his work environment, or other people. You know, not necessarily a third party, but it just could be friendships. It could be spending time with family. and not really wanting to focus more so maybe on the romantic side of things, because the Nine of Pentacles can be this very independent, solo, single type of vibe from somebody. And since we're focusing on Francisco and he's undecided, I kind of feel that, you know, that's what's happening here when it comes to him. Yeah, I agree, Shazia. They need attention. It's ridiculous, some of their comments. All right, so we've got the Seven of Pentacles here, wait and see, which is true. I feel it's going to require a little bit more time, Quinn, in order for you to really have a full understanding of where Francisco is coming from. And in order for things to progress between the two of you, it really falls on him to be able to do the work, I feel. Let's see, let me read your comment. He's throwing it all to being with his friends to distract himself, it seems. That seems to make sense based off of what I am seeing here, especially with that Nine of Pentacles. So if he wants to be with you and to truly build a relationship with you, then it's gonna take a little bit more time, and we can grab some time frames to see exactly how long that might be. Okay, and then we have the Five of Swords. So we do see the reference to walking away in the meantime, or that could be Francisco keeping his distance, even though he's feeling drawn to you in this way, because he's either not ready or he doesn't know, again, he doesn't know what he wants. So as of right now, we do have the Two of Swords, where it's clarifying that it's not moving at this point in time. But as I've mentioned, eventually, with that star coming through, and what makes it even more significant is that you are Aquarian. The star represents Aquarius. And so even if he wants his freedom, even if he wants to explore his options, let's just say, or as you mentioned, you know, distracting himself by spending time with friends and not really doing anything towards the relationship, part of this journey, I feel, will just come full circle, and he's going to realize that you might ultimately be the one that he wants, because right now he doesn't know. Okay, that's just the way it's presenting itself there. And here's our wonderful Knight of Wands, you know, the one who wants to have their fun, the one who wants to have their adventures and not ready to commit in any way, shape, or form at this point in time. You know, so eventually I feel you guys will get onto the same page. That's what I'm getting there. Just not right now. We do have the Five of Cups, and clearly we see the keyword of disappointment right there. Okay, that sense of loss in the relationship, especially since there's distance and indecision on his part, you know? And so I feel once he's really able to gain clarity that's needed here, and he's the only one that can actually do the work to get there, that's when things can finally start progressing and, you know, being able to get rid of this stalemate energy. And look at that, you've got the Sun coming through, and you are also coming in with the energy of the High Priestess, which we've already seen a few times today. And then we do have the Knight of Cups. So there's romance on the horizon between the two of you, I feel. But I'm also getting that window of opportunity for Francisco, it's not going to be there forever. So if he waits too long, you know, then this romance could be coming from a different direction from somebody else, and you're meant to find the happiness that you deserve regardless. So if he doesn't do anything about this, then it could be a missed chance for Francisco. And just when I said that, look at that. There you go. Four of Cups. There's the regrets. The Four of Cups. It represents a missed opportunity. You see? So he can't wait forever. Otherwise, you're moving on. That's just the way it's presenting itself here. You're not meant to put your life on hold waiting for Francisco. Okay? There's a chance in time. But if you've been waiting for what seems like forever, then open yourself up to the possibility of allowing romance in, because it might end up being his loss at the end. Okay, so let's grab some time frames here. Let's see. You will have love. Yes, absolutely. So let's grab some time frames. Let's take a look. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Quinn, Aquarius, and the connection with Francisco, Capricorn. Is there a possibility towards communication? So let's look at that first. Communication. It'll happen on a Wednesday, okay? Let me grab another time frame. Oh man, it'll happen on a Wednesday 6 months from now. This one's gonna take some time, it seems, because again, he's undecided. He doesn't know what he wants. Maybe that time frame actually makes sense. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at time frames when it comes to a possibility towards reconciliation, if that's possible. Watch this thing totally reverse itself. Let's see. Reconciliation for Quinn. We have the month of June. That's significant. That doesn't mean this year, though. Oh, geez. 2 years. So it could take a couple years. I mean, for things to really play out the way that, you know, perhaps will either give you closure or will bring you this happiness, if it is to be with Francisco. But again, you're not meant to put your life on hold waiting for this. Live your life accordingly and trust your instincts, trust your gut. What is it telling you? I feel when it comes to him, and we clearly see here, indecision and confused. He wants his freedom. But the thing is, you know, life will find a way perhaps to turn things around and have this wish come through, you know? Yeah, 6 month is June. You're absolutely right. So just give this one more time to unfold. I say that a lot, unfortunately, but you know, with these readings, it's just very difficult to pinpoint exactly when it's going to happen, but it does seem that there is this glimmer of hope that can still bring you guys together. I wouldn't write it off quite yet. A lot of this falls on his shoulders, you know, because right now we're at a stalemate. Okay, so I wish you the best with that, Quinn. There's still hope there, okay? Thank you so much. I hope that helps. All right, give me 1 second, guys. And let's get to the next one. All right, so Aniska, you're up next. Okay, Aniska. What's coming up in love for the month of June? Okay, let's take a look at that. And then Shazia, you're after Aniska. Okay. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me get these cards back. All right, so what is coming up in love for the month of June? What deck am I drawn to here? All right, here we go. All right. Aniska, welcome back. So let's take a look and see what you need to know this time. What's coming up in love for June? Okay. All right, what do we need to know here? We've got Love Line revived. So this reminds me of receiving communication, perhaps from somebody from your past. It could be an ex. That's a possibility. You know, if you're even open to hearing from an ex, but it does say revived. So this might actually be a connection from the past, somebody that you've already known. That it could be something as simple as hearing from this person if you're not interested in a reunion or a reconciliation. It could just be reestablishing a relationship, even if it is just through friendship. Let's see what else. What else? Focusing on Aniska, Cancer. Okay. We do have caged heart, damaged. So it could be coming through in that way if there's still healing that needs to happen in your heart space, especially from disappointments that you've had in the past. Okay, could be coming through in that way. So maybe in the month of June, there continues to be healing in some way. It could also be you protecting your heart from getting hurt by people who don't have the best of intentions, perhaps. Okay. We do have delight and desire. All right, so it could simply mean as well for the month of June that you can open yourself up to the possibility of dating somebody that you have a lot of fun with. The attraction could be there. It could be delightful in a way to be able to spend time with this person. Okay, let's see what else. And then we have fire in my soul, inspiration. So there could be perhaps connections that you make where it starts off as a crush, or you could also connect with a fire sign. That's a possibility, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and clarify with some tarot here and see what else we can learn. Okay, here we go. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Aniska for the month of June, Cancer energy. There could be some romantic possibilities in June. We do have the Knight of Cups coming in, so only the possibility I feel of connecting with somebody as far as maybe getting to know them. Nothing too serious, but it could be a very romantic encounter perhaps. All right, you got to watch out for this Knight of Wands. We've seen the Knight of Wands quite a few times today already. So just be mindful of the ones that want to just play rather than wanting to get to know you on a deeper level, perhaps, okay? So just be mindful of that one. We do have the Hierophant. You could connect with a Taurus, okay? It's interesting with this particular image, it looks like a wedding cake, you know, it has always reminded me of that. And then we've got the Hierophant right below it, which could result in commitment, long-term commitment, or even marriage. So who knows? Maybe in the future, you know, we do have June brides references and the month of June, not to say that you're going to get married this month, but who knows, you could end up getting married in a future year during the month of June, where somebody commits to the partnership. We also have the Nine of Wands. We also have the Ace of Cups. So this for me, we can see the keyword of resilience right there. Fire in my soul, inspiration. So what I feel from this, and interestingly enough, the wands represents fire. So this might be, in a way, lighting a fire under your feet in order to let you know that despite what you've been through, some of the more difficult experiences in love, that you shouldn't give up, because there are some pretty amazing experiences on the horizon for you. And then you've got the Ace of Cups representing the fact that you can have new love, or at least make a new connection during this month. But this is also a really great card focusing on yourself, you know, being able to fill this cup of love for you, you know. So I feel there's a reason why we have that caged heart energy right there. If that's something that you need to heal in any way, perhaps spend part of the month, you know, just focusing on your own healing, okay? Ooh, I like this one. And then we have the Magician coming through. So you can manifest so much during this month, I feel. And it doesn't just have to be limited to your love life, but it's also certainly tapped into that, because this is perhaps giving you the opportunity to start something new with a completely brand new person, rather than someone from your past who might have ended up hurting you. Okay, so the Magician could lead you towards your ideal mate, whoever that might be. And again, it might not turn into anything solid this month, but it could get the ball rolling towards long-term commitment someday. And then we do have that Eight of Cups coming through. So we've got the Knight of Wands, you know, again, somebody that can be non-committal, who could end up hurting you, or you've already experienced that. And it's just directing you to walk away from connections like that. In a way, it could be a red flag or a warning sign to just have you not interact with people who don't have the best of intentions. The month of June could also be a really good time for you to reflect on where you've been, where you are, and ultimately where you end up, you know, wanting for your future. So it's okay if you're single right now, because I feel the future has a lot of good things in store for you. You could also connect with this Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so your Cancer water energy, you could connect with a divine masculine earth sign. So possibility for Virgo, Capricorn, as well as Taurus. And this, as we've seen earlier, it's somebody who wants to take their time getting to know you rather than somebody who just wants their fun, wants their adventures. You know, it could just be perhaps a sexual relationship with this person and nothing more. So if you want the whole package, you know, somebody that really checks all the boxes here, then I feel it's worth the wait for somebody to really get to know them very well and giving you the opportunity to get to know them as well. So I feel the possibility towards new love connections in the month of June. That looks pretty positive for you. You could also connect with a Cancer. We do have the Chariot coming forward. So this could also be an indication here, Aniska, that things are going to start progressing and moving forward quicker than how it's been. It perhaps is just waiting on you to fully heal from heartbreak or disappointments or past connections where it just really didn't offer you much, you know. But there is this new connection that can come in, and you've got some possibilities that might present itself in the month of June. Okay, so that looks pretty good, and we can certainly look into future opportunities for you at a future live stream if you're interested. All right, thank you so much. Wishing you the best with that. All right, so Shazia, I believe you're next. Let's go ahead and grab some insight there for you. All right, so we're doing any updates for you and your Capricorn. All right. Let's see here. Let's see. What deck am I drawn to? One second. I think I'm going to pull from the Arrows of Love again. I'm drawn to that one. Yes, the reliable pentacle, right, Eileen? Farida, hello from the UK. How awesome. My husband is actually from the UK. He still has family there. He was born in Colchester, and he still has siblings in Nottingham as well as London. So always love to hear from folks from the UK. That's awesome. Oh, you're so welcome, Aniska. Thank you. All right, here we go. All right, so for you and your Capricorn, Shazia, let's see. I'm not surprised to see this. Okay, so we have perfect match coming through. You guys are a good match, regardless of everything else going on. We have, look at what the cat dragged in, return and apologies. Do you see that? So there's the possibility towards a reunion in the future, and perhaps the opportunity for forgiveness and apologies because it's taken so long for that union to happen. Okay. Look at this. We have watch very soon. So that could be giving you a time frame already, Shazia, to let you know that it's perhaps coming sooner rather than later. And it does have something to do with the past and your past love. Okay, and then we have standards and boundaries. Okay, so there are for now those boundaries that are up, which makes sense, but there's no doubting the fact that you guys have a very good match here, that the two of you are really a very compatible couple. And then there is anticipation perhaps of when you can experience intimacy once again, face-to-face interaction, to be able to see each other rather than just hoping and praying for communication. And then look at this bottom of the deck. We have this card popping up again, love line revived. Okay, so this for me represents communication as well, and giving you guys the opportunity to start again. So I really like how that's coming forward. Let's see what else we can find out here. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Shazia, Virgo, and so be Capricorn. All right, here we go. Ooh, I like this. I really, 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 really like this. Because the Ten of Pentacles, and you've probably heard me say this already, so Ten of Pentacles for me represents two people who are very compatible. You guys are a perfect match. This card for me represents the same thing, you know, and finance-wise, that looks great, maybe for both of you. But as far as the actual connection itself, we cannot deny the fact that you guys are a great match. You just are. You know, and we clearly see here that there's the possibility for a reunion, a return. Look at this. And now we've got the Chariot. So there's the movement for that reunion to happen. That's really nice how that's presenting itself like that. Let's see what else. All right. So you're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups. So as you've probably already heard me say, the Queen of Cups, very sensitive, very intuitive. So if you're already feeling in your heart space that regardless of what you've been seeing, you know, in recent months or however long it's been, that what you need to trust is your heart, because that's what matters most. And what's coming through here is very soon, you know, there seems to be movement for this reunion to happen. And it definitely has something to do with someone from your past. And, you know, you already understand that situation. There are boundaries for now, but I feel that there can be this revived connection. And it's simply one of those things where you got to just wait for it, you know. So in a way, it is still telling you have patience, but it's coming forward. It's more coming up to the surface rather than way beneath the surface, like how it was before, you know. Let's see what else. Ooh, this is nice. Look at this. All right. So Ace of Pentacles, a fresh start for this past love connection, clarifying the fact that you guys are twin flames, a perfect match. This right here represents the reunion. This right here represents the solid offer of commitment, a fresh start. Ooh, my gosh, it's giving me goosebumps. It's really a great reading. And then we have the Star, and that's followed by the Lovers. Okay, here you are coming in with the energy of the Empress. It's beautiful. So a wish that can manifest when it comes to this love connection. Okay, so we have the twin flame reference, we have the soulmate reference. You guys are just connected in the soul, in the heart. And I feel that we haven't ever needed to question the love and the attraction and the chemistry between the two of you. That's always been quite prominent from the very first reading, you know. So it continues to be so here. And I feel that he's always looked at you as this amazing Empress and really loves you. You know, the heart space, it's always been tapped into that love for you. So I really do feel that when it comes to this connection, it seems that time frame wise, it's coming up. I don't want to say any day, but it's on its way to you. More so in the past, it seemed like it was so far away, you know, and that's why I was telling you to just have patience. I feel with this batch of cards, it's closer, if that makes sense, you know? And then we've got the Ace of Wands, and I love this because it says good news is on the horizon for you. And this really gives the two of you the opportunity to create a life together. Okay. And then we have the Fool. So this is about taking a risk, taking that leap of faith, starting fresh, starting over. You know, the fact that you can manifest each other back in each other's lives, that's a possibility here. Let's see what else. What else? What else? Focusing on this connection. Look at this. Okay, so now we've got the Eight of Wands. So going back to the Chariot, and now we've got the Eight of Wands. Both of these cards represent movement, and this is not much to do with patience here. This is movement right here. It's like, you know what? We've waited long enough. Let's get this thing going already. That's how it's coming through there. Yep. Let's see what else we can learn. We also have the Three of Wands. Okay, so this is about moving on, moving forward again, and looking towards the future rather than whatever happened in the past, because the past will no longer serve either one of you, and whatever is holding you guys back from union, a reunion, it's time to walk away from what those restraints might be. And I feel when it comes to your Capricorn here, it really is time for him to detach from what's been preventing him from coming into union with you. So that decision truly does fall on Sobi here. Let's see what else. What else? What else? Wow. And now we've got the Sun. Okay. So once he decides to make that final decision to take a chance on this love connection between the two of you, we've clearly seen it started off with a perfect match, and then the reference to returning and coming back and apologizing perhaps for making you wait so darn long, that this is the ultimate destination, you know, walking away from what no longer is working in order to have you guys have this second chance at love, and then being happy finally, you know, finally being able to enjoy manifestation of union for the two of you. So that's fantastic. Wow. And now we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Good luck, good karma, a turning point, change, a cycle of change that's coming in for the two of you. I feel it's time, honestly. You know, it is time. There's still the need to anticipate what's going to happen, okay? But I feel once things get going, then it can finally start moving towards this direction where you guys can just be together already. But let's grab some time frames nonetheless. Let's take a look at that. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Shazia, Virgo, and Sobi Capricorn. Please give us a time frame. We've got the holidays coming through. Bottom of the deck, we have autumn. So if it doesn't happen during the fall, then possibly winter season, holiday season is when things can finally start moving for you guys to come together, and at the very least to talk and to get things out on the table and to start talking about how to solidify this plan to come back together. All right, Shazia, so I really like how that's coming through. Pretty good news, I feel, as far as movement and communication. Okay, so it could be latter half of this year is when all of this stuff starts happening for the two of you. Okay, so I've got my fingers crossed here. Thank you as always. All right, guys. So who's next? Oh, Kimberly. Okay, Kimberly, you're up next. Okay. Thank you for waiting. All right, give me 1 second here. Okay. Oh, so Cameron, for Kim is just the yes, no question? Okay. Okay. All right, Kim. So let's answer that question for you, okay? All right, here we go. Let me get that deck. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, Kim, any chance of me and Sean getting together again? Okay, you're Aries, he's Pisces. All right, here we go. Let's ask that question. Oh, you're so welcome, Shazia. Thank you. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Kimberly, Aries, and Sean, Pisces. Is there a chance of a reconciliation, getting back together again for this connection, please? All right. So Kim, as I always say for the yes/no questions, if it's just not a favorable response at this time, it could simply mean that timing could be off, or it could also be that that's a sign for you to recognize that there's something or someone way better suited for you, okay? So let's see. All right, is there a chance for you guys to get back together, focusing on Kimberly, Aries, and Sean, Pisces? Here we go. We have a no. Okay. So perhaps right now is not the right time to come back together, but we can always revisit that response in the future, because time, you know, it's constantly moving, constantly changing, and yes, no responses. It's just very difficult to say 100% that you guys won't get back together. But as of right now, that's the energy that's coming through that card. Okay. All right. So thank you so much for your question. All right. So moving on. So Eileen, you're up next. And then Rachel, you are after Eileen. Okay. So let's get these done. I want to start a business and I'm keeping myself open to different opportunities. I like to focus on real estate, but I'm wondering if I should go towards the real estate route or look into something else that might pop up. And if one path is better than another at this time. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, let's grab some insight here. All right, I'm going to pull from a couple of decks here. Give me 1 second. All right, let's see how you can bring that abundance in, Eileen. Okay, let's start with that. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Eileen, Aries. Focusing on career opportunities. Please give us the best insight to bring in that abundance for her. All right, let's see, Eileen. All right, we have bountiful nature. Okay, let's see what else. Too many options. Okay. Let's see. We also have declutter. Let's see what else. And then we have attracting, not chasing. Okay, so let's look through these a little more intensely here. So bountiful nature, spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside, enjoy a walk or hike with your pet if you have one. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. Whenever I see this, it reminds me of somebody who not only just spending time in nature, but also just maybe being able to focus on your situation by meditating and just creating stillness in your life so that it'll be able to give you the clarity that's necessary. And then we do have declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from, it does say, from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Take that if it makes sense. But the message that I'm really getting from this is sometimes when there are too many options, as you've mentioned, in a way, part of that decluttering has to be able to come down to you getting rid of some of the options that you know aren't going to work for you. You know, so maybe if you make a list of some of those options and, you know, process of elimination, that might actually help you. And we'll, of course, clarify that with some tarot. And then we have attracting, not chasing. Anything or anyone you chase after will run the other way because of the fears underlying chasing energy. Instead, attract what you need by sending out love, gratitude, and welcoming energy. So whether that is real estate or something else, you know, as long as perhaps you are 1000% focused on manifesting that one particular thing, if it truly is meant for you, then there's no need to chase it anyway, because it truly is meant to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some tarot here and see what we can learn. Let me read your comment. Oh my God, it can see my living room. Oh gosh. All right, let's see. Let's take a look. Let's see, what else do we need to know here? All right, so you want to start a business. That we do know. You're open to different opportunities. Should you do real estate or something else? Let's see if that comes through. Okay. Well, we're starting off with the Ace of Swords. So this is clarity right here. So I feel the more you're able to focus on one path that you do want to take by way of your career opportunities, there's one opportunity that might actually stand out amongst the rest when it presents itself. But it's also about cutting out those excess options if you know that that's not really a road that you want to go down, you know. But this is definitely putting you on a path where you can be quite successful. Okay, that's what's coming through there. This is interesting with the Eight of Swords because you don't want to be stuck in your head. You know, you don't want to be so stressed out thinking about this that you don't create any movement towards any opportunity. And I feel that has a lot to do with this declutter message. You know, it's like so many ways that you can go that you end up not moving at all. So it kind of paralyzes you in a way. So try to not be stuck in this type of mentality and just go with the flow of where it is that you feel you're being guided towards. Okay, check this out. We've got the Six of Swords. So this is a transitionary type card where you're being directed to leave certain things behind. So when it comes to career opportunities, if real estate is something that you really are interested in, you know, if that's something that you want to try, then perhaps go for it. You know, that could be something completely brand new that you could invest your time and energy into. And in order to do that, you have to be able to release past baggage or negative experiences that you might have had in jobs that didn't work out, or some choices that you made in the past that just didn't work for you. We do have the Ten of Cups coming through, and look how interesting this gets that we've got the Eight of Cups. So in this particular reading, I feel that you can find happiness and fulfillment in your career as long as you do what it is that you are passionate about. You know, much the same way that we dedicate ourselves towards a person in a relationship, then that's the same type of effort that you would have to put into your career. It's like a dream job, that type of energy from the Ten of Cups. And interesting how we've got the Eight of Cups here as well as the Six of Swords, because this is about leaving something behind and moving on. And then we've got the Eight of Cups talking about walking away from a situation that no longer serves a purpose for you in order to grow. Okay, so there's this need to detach from things in your life that truly have not worked out. And then you've got the Magician coming through here as well. This is a card of manifestation, letting you know that there is the possibility of a positive outcome no matter what choice you make. But you got to just make sure that you absolutely love what it is that you will be doing. You know, you get up in the morning and you're excited that there is no doubt that this is what it is that you want to do. If, in a way, if that checks all the boxes as well for you, then you know you've made the right decision. Let's see what else. Oh, look at this. All right, so as you mentioned, you currently have way too many options. Well, here it is. It's clearly indicating itself here. Too many options. And so you need to be able to, as it says, declutter some of those options that you know it's just not a viable choice, perhaps, okay? In order to manifest this true outcome for yourself and to be very positive and victorious and successful. And just when I said that, we've got the Six of Wands. There's the victory. There's the success. This is something that you can absolutely do that will cause you to feel very confident in your choices. So that's fantastic. The way that's presenting itself. I really like that. All right, let's see. Once you make that decision, Eileen, look at that. You've got the Eight of Wands. So this is fast movement. Things are going to start progressing, okay? Once you make that solid choice, once you are able to weed out the options you don't want, then that's when things can finally start moving in the right direction for you. And then look at this, you've got the Ten of Pentacles. So you have to trust your choice and what it is that you end up choosing in whatever career path you go, because it can lead you here, which is the ultimate card of stability. You know, it does say material success. It does say financial security. So do what you love. And I'm sure you've heard this saying before, do what you love and the money will truly follow. You just got to love it. You have to be passionate about it and don't try to sugarcoat it. You know, if it's not something that really fits that passion, then perhaps it's not something that you want to invest your time and energy into. So what's coming through here for me is, yes, there's a possibility you could be very successful maybe in real estate, but you'll know that once these options, you know, especially if you make a list, the pros and cons, and it's going to be a very clear answer for you, I feel. Oh, let me read your comment. Based on what you just said, I think the real estate is my dream option to follow. The rest might just be noise. Yes. You know, I think you would actually be quite successful in that. And isn't it interesting too, with the Ten of Cups, you know, this can be representing a family environment, marriages, people who are wanting to invest in a home, wanting to invest perhaps in a larger home, especially once they start a family. So it could be something like that as well. People who have love for their family and for each other are looking to you to be able to find their dream home. It could be something like that. And then we have the Three of Wands. So you're meant to grow when it comes to real estate, perhaps. So forget about some of the failures that you might have experienced in the past and just focus more so on the successes that you can actually have in the future, because there's a lot that's coming through here. I mean, Ace of Swords, you're in a seat of victory here. You're behind the wheel of your life to be able to make this happen. So that's fantastic. And then you also have the Three of Pentacles, and then you've got the Ace of Wands. So this is an indication of growth here. That's what I'm seeing, and new opportunities for you to be successful. You could also work with other people, like-minded souls who want to be successful in real estate as well. You know, you could work for a company that is very success-driven. Could be something like that. So I see nothing but amazing things. So instinctively, I'm feeling the real estate thing. Okay, that's what I'm going to say for this particular reading. I'm feeling that's where your success could truly lie. All right. So I wanted to also get some money and career oracles for you. Let's see what that says. All right, let's see here. Some additional advice here for you. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Eileen, Aries. Okay. We've got the solar plexus coming forward. We've got believe in yourself more. I love it. Makes sense. All right, so solar plexus. If this chakra is imbalanced, your confidence will be imbalanced. You will not feel confident within yourself and or life when it comes to your abundance. Look into ways that will help you balance your solar plexus. And then right next to that, believe in yourself more. You know, it goes together, I feel, because once you build up your confidence, then that goes right along with believing in yourself to be able to achieve what it is that you truly desire. All right, Eileen, so good luck. I wish you the very best. I feel you will be quite successful in that. All right, thank you so much. Wishing you the best. That was a great message. All right, so Rachel, you're up next. Koya and Natasha, you're after that. Thank you guys so much for your questions. All right, give me 1 second. Let me get my cards organized here.
After Natasha should be the last.
Yes. Okay, so, all right, so Rachel. Oh, you're so welcome, Eileen. I hope that helps. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, makes sense. But yes, you can totally be successful in that, I feel. All right, so Rachel, let's see here. You gave so much clarity on my ex's feeling last time. My question is, has he already tried to reach out? I changed my number a while ago, so is it possible? Okay, so let's find out, okay? Let's take a look. Let's see, what deck am I drawn to? Let's take a look at Todd's energy here. All right, so focusing on Todd, Virgo. All right, so has Todd reached out to you? Rachel, let's take a look. All right, well, so far we've got frustrated. We also have masculine shadow. So he's in this shadow energy for some reason. Maybe there could be some frustrations there when it comes to Todd. All right, so let's see what else. We have longing. We've got confused. And then we have indecision coming through again. Let's see what else. He's coming through as somebody who's dedicating a lot of his time, maybe towards work, his career. Okay. But we also have boredom. And then lastly, he's got you in the shadows as well. Okay. So that could be a part of his frustrations, that he's unable to manifest this maybe in the 3D for now because of this confused state and indecision, similar to the same energy that we saw earlier in one of the other readings. But, you know, there is this longing, and that's somebody who thinks about you. That is somebody perhaps who still has you in his heart space. But a part of this frustration is that he's unable to come to terms with what it is that he needs to do, perhaps. It could also be part of that frustration that if he did try to reach out to you, and as you mentioned, you changed your number, part of the confusion could be him wondering, you know, it's like, did you change your number to not speak to me or because you're avoiding me? It could be something like that as well. So let's go ahead and grab some tarot here and see what else we can learn. But yeah, both masculine and feminine shadow means that we've got perhaps some shadow work that needs to be done here, especially on Todd's side. So let's see what else we can learn here. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see. He's definitely frustrated, Rachel, that he is feeling left out of your life, you know, even if he is in another relationship. I feel he struggles through this. You know, it's almost like because of the indecision and the confusion, it's like, okay, you're in another relationship, and yet he truly cannot make up his mind. And I believe that came through last time, right? That's why he's stalking you on social media, because there's still this longing. There's still that desire to check up on you. That's why you guys have this shadow energy. You're coming in as the Empress, the Divine Feminine in this reading. Okay. Let's see. All right. Yeah, when it comes to the relationship, that definitely is a cycle that phased out because he made that decision to pursue another relationship. And yet there's something about that partnership that continues to leave him kind of in limbo, you know, where, you know, in a way it's like he got what he wanted, but he's not sure he wants it. And so here's the frustration, because there's a part of him that wants to perhaps take a look at what you guys had together. And that's why he continues to stalk. It is a very confusing way for him to be interacting on that level. So he contributes to this energy for himself. And that's difficult to sustain, honestly. Judgment, Day of Reckoning. Okay, so what I'm getting here with the confused and indecision, and now we've got the Judgment card, that clarity will come when it comes to Todd. And part of that clarity is what's going to perhaps allow him to reach out to you rather than just stalking you on social media, rather than just checking you out from a distance. You know, even if you did tell him to get lost, it's almost like that's coming through as a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a total opposite of repelling someone from coming towards you. You know, it's almost like get lost and they want you now that you told them to get lost. You know, so I kind of feel that he's had these realizations where he kind of goes from looking at it one way and sees it another way the next second. And that's why we've got this merry-go-round of emotions when it comes to him. And it takes us back to the frustration that he's feeling, you know? And so this for me represents communication that could be coming in from Todd. It could also be, did this come through before? The boredom card. If he's bored, he never responded at all when you called him out. Okay. So if he's bored in the existing relationship, that could also be why he's stalking you, because there could be some regrets there. Totally coming through with some possibility towards regrets. And then look at this. We now have the Fool. Okay. So if he does reach out with the possibility of testing the waters, so to speak, to see if you guys can try again, that would not surprise me. And then we have the Two of Cups, that is followed by the Chariot. Okay, and then we have this coming through. We've got the Two of Swords coming through as well. So right now we've got this stalemate because he's confused, he's undecided. So he created that. And this is also why he's frustrated. Yep, he definitely put himself in that position, and he can try to deny it, but Two of Cups, there's still love there. And this might be a fantasy of his to talk to you, to maybe get back together. The Chariot, it's that movement that he wants to get things going, but he can't. Not right now, as long as he does not know what he wants, and as long as he's tied up in another connection. This would create a bit of a mess here. And perhaps he's trying to build up the courage to take these necessary steps. We also have the Devil's energy. So there's something about you that he's still attracted to, I feel. But it's also coming through as an unhealthy attachment. It could be an obsessive type vibe. Let's see here. I don't think so. I'm leaning towards the desire to do so, but it's like picking up the phone, but maybe not actually doing it, because there is no movement. It's simply, I feel in his mind space that he wants to do this. He wants to be able to create movement, but it's still at a standstill because he hasn't gained the clarity that's necessary in order to make this decision to reach out to you. And we've got the shadows popping up as well. So instinctively, what I'm feeling here, Rachel, I don't think he has tried to reach out, or at least tried to call, but there is that desire to do so. I don't think he's done it yet, but I feel it's just a matter of time before he does, because this for me is communication that's coming in. And then he needs to take action to make that happen. But right now, you guys are still at a stalemate. And then we've got the Eight of Swords. So he's stuck in his head about this whole thing. And that really makes sense. Frustration, confusion, indecision. That's where he's at. Mental imprisonment when it comes to Todd. And then we have the Five of Wands, which is picking up off of the conflict. Maybe that conflict right now is within himself, and he needs to be able to clear that up in order to either reach out to you and start that conversation. He's kind of, even in this reading, he's giving mixed signals, and he's giving himself mixed signals. He's contributing to why he's confused also. And until he's able to find clarity within himself, only then will he be able to either reach out and decide what he wants, or he comes to that conclusion that he needs to end that partnership and focus on wanting to start things again with you. Because if that's what he really wants, he could do that tomorrow. But as of right now, part of the frustration is he's almost paralyzed and he can't seem to be able to create movement at this time. But that doesn't mean that that's a permanent thing, Let me read your comment. It's confusing because he could have tried and thought I purposely. True. Yeah, absolutely. He absolutely could have, but I don't feel he has. That's just what I'm getting instinctively, because you guys can start over. There might still be a lot of potential here, and he needs to dedicate some time and effort towards really making this work this time. I just don't feel he's taken any action to make that happen at this point in time yet. But let's grab some time frames here and see when that might actually occur. Okay, let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Rachel and the connection with Todd, Virgo. Please give me a time frame as to when communication might happen. Look at that, just around the corner, so it's close. And then this is the bottom of the deck. It'll happen on a Wednesday, so it could happen maybe in the next week or so, maybe a little longer than that, but this for me is telling me that it's sooner rather than later. Okay, Rachel, so even though he might not have tried to call, I feel there's a possibility that you might hear from him soon. Okay, so I'll leave that there, and we can always revisit the energy for a future live stream if you like. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate your question. All right, so Koya, you're up next. Okay, let me just clear my desk here. Oh, you're so welcome, Rachel. I hope that helps. Okay, here we go. Okay, guys. So, Koya, I recently ended things with my person. Okay. So, Gemini, you're Gemini and he's Aries. Okay, I'm at peace with my decision. I know he needs space for healing. Can you give me guidance for this situation and potentially any new love? Okay, sure. Of course. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's do an energy check in there. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Koya, Gemini, and her person of interest, Aries. What can you tell me about this situation? Well, we have avoiding, blocking, escaping, pushing away. That could simply be clarifying, Koya, the fact that you did end things with your person here. Okay. Look at this. Look at the next card. We have letting go, releasing, walking away, moving on. Whoa. Okay. There could have also been a lack of loyalty or trust or even reliability when it comes to your person here. And so right now, the way these cards are coming through, you're just focusing on yourself, your own healing journey. You know, we do see purge, healing, and clean energy. So if that's where you're at this point, that's actually really good. Okay, so let's see what else here. All right. Hi, V, welcome. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take V for the last reading for today. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we're just cutting it short today. Okay, look at this. We have the Magician. Okay. Let me move these up. We have the Ten of Cups. So this is what I'm seeing, Koya. You might have ended things with your person here, but by doing so, that's actually what's helping you to be able to manifest better in your life. And since we're going to be focusing on the opportunity to find new love, I really do feel that that's something that you can achieve and something that you can attract, especially once you're able to heal from this experience and focus on you first, you know? So that actually is a really nice card. And this could also be an indication of new love that's coming in the future, where you can have it all this time, you know, where you don't fall short of being able to achieve that 10 of Cups. We do see love, marriage, family, happily ever after. It's like a dream that manifests for you in your love life. So I feel you did the right thing. You made the right choice to be able to detach from a situation, perhaps that was no longer serving a purpose for you, in order to finally manifest something way better. Okay? Let's see. Look at that. You've got the Four of Wands right here. So this represents a very strong foundation in a relationship. So here's the thing, this person that you let go of, maybe there's the possibility that they might reach out later on and want to come back, want that reunion to let you know that they're ready to be loyal to you. But the timing, okay, it really does come down to timing here, because I feel by the time they are able to gather their thoughts and come towards you as a better person or with the best of intentions, that you might have already moved on to a better relationship. You might already be married at that point. You might have already started a family with somebody else. It could be something like that where timing is just off, you know, because this right here can represent a reunion. But if that reunion happens to present itself once you've already established yourself in another relationship, then timing is off. Okay. All right. So let's see what else. And that could also be a twin flame connection. Yeah, look at this. Okay, so 8 of Cups, clarifying the fact that you're healing now because you have decided to walk away from someone, letting go. You've blocked this person from your life. You've escaped a situation. So that's very clearly indicated right here. And you're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups, okay? Knowing full well that you made the right decision, which is why you're coming in with this very calm energy. You know, you're not in this anxious state wondering if you made the right or wrong choice. That's why you're coming in with this Queen of Cups vibe, because instinctively you know you did the right thing. And then we have the Lovers card coming through. Let me just grab some water here, sorry. So with the Lovers card, you could connect with perhaps a Gemini in the future, a Gemini like yourself. We do have choices here. So the Lovers card does represent decisions and choices that you can make to be able to attract the right person into your life. This represents a deep love that you can attract into your life, truly. A life partner. Give me 1 second. Okay. Let's see. All right, what else can we find out? Sorry, I feel like coughing. We've got the 7 of Cups. I'm gonna cough. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Tickle in my throat. So 7 of Cups representing the choices that you have in the future. Let's see what else. So as far as attracting new love, I don't think you're going to have any issues there. We have the Fool starting a new beginning for you. Sorry, my voice. Okay, so this is a fresh new start for you, Koya. I'm going to put this on pause. Hold on, because I'm still coughing. 1 second. Okay, I think I'm okay. Goodness. Yeah. All right. So full energy, taking that leap of faith and starting fresh, a new beginning, as I've mentioned. Ooh, sorry about that. All right, let's see. So I feel, Koya, that you're going to have lots of opportunities to be able to date and to be able to experience a lot of fun, honestly, getting back into the dating scene once you've healed, once you're ready for that type of experience. But I feel, as far as the connection that you ended recently, that was a right choice. That's what I'm getting there. Look at that. You've got the Six of Wands. So with this fresh new beginning, once you are able to heal from the experience of letting somebody go and some of the perhaps negative experience tied into that, I really do feel that you can find happiness and to have a successful relationship in the future. That seems to be how it's coming through here. All right, let's see. We also have the Justice card coming forward. So this is truth, this is clarity, this is about being able to balance those scales. And I feel that comes in time. Okay. We have seen the reference to the Ten of Cups, where there could be potential marriage in the future and certain chapters of your life where you needed to close those doors, and that's understandable. And with the Magician here, I really do feel you can manifest a beautiful relationship in the future. And then you've got the Star coming through as well. You could connect with Aquarius. You could have Aquarius in your chart if you know. But this is a wish that can actually come true for you. This is perhaps giving you hope that in the future you can have what it is that you deserve, you know, that rejuvenation in your love life. As the Queen of Swords, I feel you've already done what you set out to do, which is to end things with your person. You know, you've got your boundaries up now. You're not going to be putting up with anything less than what you deserve. And that's a good thing, because what you're hoping for in a relationship is somebody to build something valuable with you. And the Three of Pentacles can actually achieve that. You know, it really does come down to two people who work together. And if your last relationship didn't come together in the way that you were hoping, what I see here is in the future, that certainly is something that you can attract your way, okay? Nine of Pentacles perhaps is where you're at right now, where you're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You are self-sufficient, you are independent. You might be single at this point in time, but you have the capability to be very successful. So I really like that for you. Career-wise, finance-wise, you could also be doing quite well, or things are about to be picking up in that area. Could be something like that as well. We also have the Chariot, so I love that. We've got you being able to overcome some of the challenges that you have encountered, and life is wanting to create progress for you. So movement, a triumphant outcome. You could connect with a Cancer as well. So right now, the thing to focus on is healing. We've got the Four of Swords. It's time to just take a break from some of the difficult moments that you have had to deal with. This truly is recuperation time. And we go back to this purifying card right here, you know, to be able to purge things or people out of your life that don't belong there, you know, and it's time for you to focus on your own healing for a change. And that's what this is all about. And it's one of those experiences where being in solitude, being on your own in the meantime, is very healing, and it's actually a good, beneficial thing for you to be able to recuperate, to relax, maybe spend time on your own, go on a vacation, you know, treat yourself to a spa day, whatever it is that you feel you need to do to just get some rest and to restore yourself and to rejuvenate yourself. I feel it's also a really good time for you to be social and to meet new people and to get out there when you're ready. Okay. Let's see what else. This is interesting. We've seen this card a few times today. So the Judgment card, it could be your person here that you recently ended things. They might reach out. They might go through this awakening, which is a part of this interpretation. They could decide that they want to try again. They might want to fix things or simply want closure or to apologize for hurting you. It could be anything. But I feel this is someone from your past who reaches out to you. And if it's your person that you recently broke things off with, it might just surprise you that they would want to try again. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised just based off of what's coming through here. Sometimes when we let go and we detach from somebody, that move might have actually surprised your person here. Maybe they weren't expecting that. But this right here is somebody who's had a lot of time to think, and then they realize, okay, wait, I want to be able to reconnect with this person, maybe try again, maybe have a second chance if they're open to it. So yeah, there could be potential communication from your Aries here. Okay. Let's see what else here. You could also attract a King of Cups. So possibility for a water sign there. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces in particular. This is somebody who's ready to love you the way you deserve to be loved. Devoted, compassionate, emotionally balanced, ready to offer that cup of love to you. So I really do feel timing is huge for you as far as new love that's coming in. And it really is a part of your path, I feel. It's a part of your journey to be able to find the right kind of love for you. All right, Koya, so that's where I'm going to leave that. I feel when it comes to your person and the relationship you recently ended, you did the right thing, no doubt. And as far as being able to start a new relationship with a new love, there are possibilities coming your way. And it looks pretty good as far as you being able to find the right partnership. Okay, so I'll leave it there. Thank you so very much. Appreciate your question. All right. Excuse me. Okay, so who's next? We've got Natasha. All right, thank you for waiting, Natasha. We'll get to your reading shortly. And then V, we'll get to your reading after that. Okay, so Natasha, I'm trying to figure out whether my boyfriend has been loyal and trustworthy and his feelings towards me. Okay, let's grab some insight here. You're very welcome, Koya. Thank you so much. Okay, so you're Scorpio, okay. And he is Taurus, okay. Scorpio and Taurus. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the info. All right, here we go. So let's take a look at your boyfriend's energy here. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, please. Focusing on Natasha, Scorpio, and her boyfriend. Taurus energy. What can you tell us, please? All right, so has there been issues with trust and loyalty? We're starting with temptation. Okay, whether he has actually done something with that, we'll see. Okay. This is interesting. We now have desire. Okay. Temptation, desire. We also have elusive. Okay, so what this is telling me, Natasha, right now is there could be somebody that he's attracted to. He might be talking to someone else. You might not know about it, or maybe you've got your suspicions about that. Because sometimes when I see that elusive card, it reminds me of somebody that doesn't make themselves fully available to you, even if you guys are in a relationship, you know. He might be dishonest as far as telling you where he's at or who he's talking to. It could be phone calls. It could be social media interaction. It could be texting. It could be very sexual in nature. I don't know if he's done that, but these three cards for me could be painting that sort of scenario. And look at this. I've been shuffling this deck. We now have the facade card. Okay, that's followed by charming. Let me move these guys over. So this right here, he's putting up a front, okay? He could be a very charming person, but he could also be using his charms to attract this temptation, this person, whoever this represents. And as you can see here, we have a divine feminine card. Now, whether that divine feminine energy represents you or somebody else that he's tempted by, we'll go ahead and clarify, okay? Let's see. Let's see. What am I drawn to here? Okay. It could also be, if he's not actually talking to anyone or interacting with somebody outside of your relationship, it could simply be that he's trying to play down his attraction to somebody else, and that's something that he's keeping hidden. You know, it could just be his secret fantasies about somebody. So even if he hasn't actually done anything, maybe he's thinking or fantasizing about this other person because he's attracted to them. It could just be very sexual in nature. So let's see. Angels and spirit guides, please focusing on Natasha, Scorpio, and her boyfriend, Taurus energy. What can you tell us, please? We've got the Seven of Cups here. So this is focusing on other opportunities, multiple choices, as we can see right there. So this sometimes reminds me of somebody who has a roving eye, you know, where he is tempted to do something about one of these other options. And of course, you guys are in a relationship and you don't want him to just treat you like an option here. Let's see. What else? What else? What do we need to know here? We've got the King of Swords. So the King of Swords can sometimes be non-committal as well. And they're only loyal once they're ready for that loyalty. But, you know, we've got the King of Swords right next to the Seven of Cups, and then it's right next to this desire and temptation. And so it reminds me, especially for your boyfriend, where he might be interested in one of these other options, whether he's actually done something about it or not. And then we've got the Two of Cups right here. So it's right next to this elusive card, right? So even if he feels in love with you, let's just say, if he truly loves you, if he cares for you very deeply, and if he sees a future with you, right now, he's avoiding that. That's just the way it's coming through, because it might seem here there's something tied into this temptation that he's drawn to. So he doesn't want to focus on his feelings and his love for you. He would rather focus on his desires and these other options right here. He's coming in as the Emperor for sure, but he's hiding something. Okay. We've got the Ace of Cups, okay, and then we've got the Ace of Swords. So right next to the divine masculine energy for your boyfriend, I'm kind of feeling that he's interested in starting something new with someone else. And then you've got the divine feminine. Now, if this divine feminine card represents you, and he decides to cut you out of the equation because he wants to be able to go after what it is or who it is that he desires, then that's an issue. I'm just going to say it like it is. That seems to be an issue, Natasha, the way it's presenting itself here. I mean, I hope that that's wrong, actually. But Six of Swords, he might want to decide to end things and move on. Okay, because if you've got your suspicions, let's just say that you guys aren't working together or seeing eye to eye in the relationship, that's because he's got his eye on somebody else, I feel. And then we've got the Fool, so he might decide that he wants to start things up with somebody new. Or we've got the Four of Pentacles, so we have this greedy energy from the Four of Pentacles. So the thing is, if he wants his cake and eat it too, he can only have that if you allow that, which I can't imagine you would want that to happen, where he can explore these temptations and still be in a relationship with you. Okay, so either... There is no either, actually. I'm feeling this is something that he's hiding because of that facade and then the elusive card right next to it. There's some sneakiness going on, whether that's just in his mind or if he's actually done something to call someone, reach out, carry on a conversation on social media. It could be any of those things. But I feel there's a part of him that's considering ending the relationship. That's just how it's coming through. And then the Three of Cups, and here you are coming in with the energy of the High Priestess. So instinctively, intuitively, if you are feeling this, then maybe there's a reason for that. Oh, let me read your comment. We broke up on Wednesday and got back in the morning, but I found out he messaged someone that night trying to hang out with her. Clarification. Yeah, so where's the dedication? Where's the love? Where's the loyalty? It's missing. You know, it's not there. And, yep, his actions just prove that right here. Because the Three of Cups can sometimes be an indication of friendships. So he might have even met this person through a friend, or this could be a friendship that he wants to turn into a romantic partnership. I feel your intuition serves you well, and maybe you've already picked up off of that. You know, even if you didn't find that out, even if you didn't see him messaging somebody else, I feel instinctively you already picked up off of that vibe when it comes to your boyfriend here. So yeah, that's not cool. Okay, let's see what else here. And then we've got the Two of Swords. So stalemate, meaning that as far as the relationship with you, it seems to be stuck because there's a part of him that's wanting to maybe start something else with someone else. And then this is the next card. We've got the Hierophant. So as far as his dedication and his intentions towards commitment, I feel that seems to be stuck because his interests are kind of, I can't even say kind of, I feel his interests are elsewhere, you know, and I think you already know that. And then Queen of Cups, once again, picking up off of your intuition. You're coming in with the energy of the Queen of Cups. And then look at that Seven of Swords, deceit and lies. So I feel he hasn't been truthful. He hasn't been honest with you. And you deserve better, you know. You really do. Yeah. Let's see what else here. Yeah, look. And now we've got the Knight of Wands. So there's that action that he wants to take towards somebody else. He feels drawn to someone else. And so he's at that point where he wants to see what his options are. Knight of Wands can be a player, you know, can be in and out of your life. And then That's clarified by the moon, which is the next card. So there's deception for sure. And we've got the reference to illusion. We've got elusive. He's putting up a front. There's that facade reference. He's not being truthful. He's not being honest. So in answer to your question, has he been loyal and trustworthy towards you? I would say no. Not fully. Okay? That's just not what I'm getting here. And as far as his feelings towards you, I feel there's love and emotions here. You know, we did see, where is that card? We've got the Two of Cups, but he's also very scattered in his commitment to the relationship because of this. So my advice, should you break up with him, I feel it's at least worth a discussion, you know, just let him know how you're feeling and what you suspect perhaps. And based off of his answers, you're going to know whether or not he's lying, whether he's sneaking around, if there's interest elsewhere. Because if somebody truly loves you, they're going to fight for you to stick around. They're not going to want you to break up. Or he's got an ulterior motive if he wants you to stick around. You know, again, that whole wanting their cake and eat it too, the grass is greener on the other side type thing, or wanting to protect himself in case this doesn't work out and still has you. You know, you don't want to be treated as an option. You don't want to just have this revolving door when it comes to having access into your life, into your heart. So I say have a discussion, talk about it, and then based off of what you're feeling, then make a choice. Okay, so I wish you the best on that. But as far as what's coming through here, Natasha, I would say that there's some sneaky stuff going on there. Okay, so I hope that helps. And we can always revisit the subject for a future live stream if you like. Okay, thank you so much. Good luck. All right, and V, we have your request. Okay, here we go. Okay, so just looking to see if communication is coming. You're welcome, Natasha. Best wishes to you, okay? V, just looking to see if communication is coming. I'm Cancer, person is Scorpio, no contact. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Will there be communication? Okay. All right. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on V, Cancer, and her person of interest, Scorpio. What can you tell us, please, as far as possibility towards communication? We do have tension coming through. We have shallow. Okay. We also have confusion. That seems to be quite a prominent message here today. You know, like mixed signals, this very unclear vibe, whether or not somebody wants to reach out, come back into union, or communicate. And with this tension card right here, we do see turbulence, arguments, stress. So if there is communication, V, there could be the possibility towards a disagreement or argument. Okay. And then we've got shallow, superficiality, boredom, and then this blank energy. So we'll see what that's about. Let's see what else. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on V, Cancer, and her person of interest, Scorpio. All right, we have harmony, so peace, balance, and friendship. All right, so let's grab some insight and see what else we can learn here. Okay. The tension card right there reminds me of a tower moment. And forgive me if I don't remember if you guys had a tower moment in prior readings here. There could have been, or this could be an indication of what communication would be like with your person here, V. It could also be communication that comes in but doesn't really dig deep. You know, maybe you guys are just on very different wavelengths as well, where perhaps the conversation starts off civilly, but then maybe you want to dig deeper into the situation, and perhaps your person doesn't want to, and then you guys are at odds with one another. Or the conversation, as we can see here, could just be totally shallow, or it just does not offer you anything substantial here. So let's see what's going on here. We do have the moon, so part of that moon energy is deceptive. And so that could be where the confusion is. That could be where the argument starts. It could be that if communication does come in, they're not exactly being fully open and honest with you with that moon's energy. Let's see what else. And then we do have that Eight of Cups coming up again. So if you find that the conversation just isn't productive, V, you might decide, you know what, let's just go our separate ways or stay our separate ways, and needing time to yourself in order to move on, in order to grow as a person. You know, because if they really don't know what it is that they want, that confusion could be something that continues to linger. Or there could be the final communication was the Tower moment. Okay, that makes sense here, why it was so tense and stressful. We do have the Three of Pentacles, and so of course this is a card of wanting to build a relationship together, working together. But if your person isn't on the same page, then that could be where the mixed signals are coming from. And perhaps their intentions just are not clear, you know? So what I'm gathering here, V, with the last card, that harmony reference, if let's just say you give it a definitive time frame, maybe 3 to 6 months or even up to a year, and if you're just not seeing any sort of progress towards communication or anything substantial by way of those conversations, then perhaps in order to restore this balance and peace between the two of you is to just be able to interact on a friendship level rather than a romantic partnership. I don't know if you would be open to that, but that seems to be presenting itself here. Let's see what else. And then we've got your energy coming in as the Empress. Okay, so femininity and abundance and that very nurturing energy coming through. Okay. And so I feel perhaps if you're open to this type of experience with your person, then maybe that's where the peace is. That's where the serenity is in the partnership, rather than this turbulence between the two of you and that Tower moment that you did experience the last time you guys communicated. So it might be on a very different level should you guys be able to touch base with one another. Maybe at that point, should it present itself to you in that way, maybe you'll find contentment and fulfillment there. That's a possibility. Okay, let's see. What else, please? Okay, so we do have the Seven of Pentacles. This is about putting in that work, you know, the hard work that can pay off. But at this point, it might just be your person wanting to put that effort into a friendship rather than anything romantic, perhaps. So it's, you know, it's one of those things where it might require a little bit more time. It's strange because I feel communication coming. It's a twin flame connection that very well could come in. It's just that as far as the actual communication itself, it might not go in the direction that you'd like, I'm feeling. It could come in. You know, you might actually hear from your twin here, but I'm just feeling that it might not dig too deep into what it is that you'd like to get into with your twin. It might feel like two friends catching up rather than two lovers or two romantically linked individuals catching up. You know, I'm kind of picking that up from this type of energy. If your twin wants to be able to put in effort, then perhaps in time you'll be able to see that. And knowing the Tower experience, the Ten of Swords doesn't surprise me as well, because it clearly fell apart. It collapsed, you know. Let's see. This is clarification of the twin flame connection, the Four of Wands. So this, of course, can represent the possibility towards a reunion between you and your twin, or the fact that he might actually be fighting the reunion. It could be that as well, since it did end painfully and very stressful, you know, having that Tower experience with each other. Because this right here, perhaps it's about rebuilding that strong foundation for the connection to start again, if that's something that your twin can actually do, to be able to assist in that manner. Let's see. Because if he can do that, then yeah, it's possible. We do have the Six of Cups. So this is another reunion card right here. So we've got two cards talking about a reunion and the fact that there are memories and nostalgia tied into that. It's definitely picking up off of the past influence there. Let's see, I'm skeptical because it's been so long since we spoke. I would be skeptical as well, honestly, because it really requires your person putting in the effort and to put in the work that's necessary. But that could be where the confusion is. You know, it's like this desire to want to fix things, but not really putting in the work. So there could be some mixed signals in there as well, should communication come in. I feel he thinks about you, but it's almost, it's like it's a memory, and he's content in the memory rather than taking that memory and doing something about it to build new memories, if that makes sense. And then we do have the Ace of Swords right here. So here's the clarity to be able to clear up the confusion. There is the clarity right there, you know, to get rid of that puzzled, unsettled, unclear vibe right there. So I feel if your twin can actually cut out this confusion and to clear that up, then anything is possible to be able to help you guys along on this journey. But it has been a bit of a struggle. We see the Five of Pentacles right there. So maybe there are times when you feel alone or feeling left out and isolated from your twin's life. In order for this to work out, I feel your twin would have to be able to take action to bring in an opportunity for you guys to talk. You know, Ace of Pentacles, solid offer, manifestation, a fresh start. He gets in his head, though, with that Eight of Swords. So that mental imprisonment is what's perhaps preventing communication, you know, because of the confusion. But at the same time, we've got the Ace of Swords that can possibly clear that up. So maybe for now, this is where he's at, you know, wanting to do something but not taking action. And once this Ace of Swords comes into play, that could be the very thing that creates movement for the two of you. Yep. And then we have this beautiful card of the Ten of Cups that is followed by the Six of Swords. So it's possible for you guys to go through this transition and to kind of let bygones be bygones in a way, and to leave the past behind if that's possible, in order for you guys to manifest a union, a reunion, and to find real happiness right here. So hopefully someday you'll be able to both come to the conclusion that this door can actually close in order for you guys to start again, where life can fall into place for this love connection. It truly is possible for that to happen. Let's see what else here. But yeah, for now, there are still conflicts that are popping up. I feel perhaps when it comes to your divine masculine, he could be coming in with the energy of that King of Swords, where they're thinking more so from a logical standpoint rather than the emotional standpoint. He could be afraid to face those emotions, those feelings, and it's so much easier to just try to think of things rationally and logically. But you can't deny this. Two of Cups, the connection, the attraction, life partners, as you mentioned, twin flames. So that could be very difficult to just say forget about it and move on, because you'll always feel drawn to each other. Oh, the last time you spoke, let's see, he said some things that he regrets. I think he's scared to approach. I would agree with that, yes. I feel he's afraid I wouldn't speak to him. That's a possibility as well. And that's where this Eight of Swords comes into play, where perhaps he's feeling really stuck in his mind. That very thing that you said, if he's afraid that you won't speak to him, then he talks himself out of perhaps communicating, but the desire to want to as well. So he's on the fence, and he just needs to be able to feel the fear and go for it anyway, is what I'm getting there. And then we do have the Hermit, so solitude, soul searching, introspection, and perhaps your twin is spending time, thinking about how to make this happen, or that's something that you're feeling, perhaps feeling alone without your twin and wanting to bring this back together. I feel a lot of it falls on your person here, and just the fact that there has been no contact makes it very difficult. So if there is this opportunity for you guys to come back together, I feel it falls on your twin to make that happen. That is what I am getting there. And here we are with the Chariot. Okay, so we do have the movement that can represent overcoming some of the difficulties that you guys have been through. A triumphant outcome, a very positive outcome is possible. But it falls on his shoulders. It truly does. And then we have the Knight of Cups coming through as well. Satisfaction, wish fulfillment, emotional stability. So in order for things to be more stable, perhaps, between the two of you, then he needs to be able to do something about this rather than being stuck in his head. I've forgiven it already, and he doesn't want to bruise his ego. Oh boy. That could be a challenge for sure. And that, for now, explains why we've got this Two of Swords. Why it seems to be stuck, but it doesn't have to be stuck. It really does not have to be at this stalemate. But I feel your person here, it's up to them to be able to communicate. It's up to them to be able to get past his hang-ups in a way, and to be able to get past his fears. And to just do it already. It's like lighting a fire under his feet to get that going. This makes sense for me as well, that we have the Strength card, because it is that fear that might be preventing action here. So as long as he's able to perhaps find the courage to, as I've mentioned, feel the fear and go for it anyway, then that might actually get the two of you talking to where you can work this out and get to a much better place, getting past the last time you guys spoke and however difficult that might have been, experiencing that Tower moment. And then we have the Nine of Swords, so insomnia, nightmares, hopelessness. Of course, this could be something that you're experiencing, V, but it could also be your person here, perhaps unable to really rest their mind because of the Eight of Swords, too trapped in their thoughts, their headspace, unable to get any sleep at night, perhaps, or it starts off as a dream and it turns into a nightmare because he's unable to manifest this in the 3D to make it work. So it is going to take time. We do have the Temperance. Okay, so patience is absolutely required to bring this back into balance. That seems to be how it's going. And then here we are with the Star. So hope, wish fulfillment, rejuvenation. Hope is not lost. It can still manifest itself somehow if he only takes action to bring this to fruition, I feel. All right, V, so I'll leave that there. It does seem that communication can happen, but it might not come in the form of how you want that conversation to go. If your twin is able to find the courage to come towards you and get past his fears, then maybe this has a chance. Okay, so that's what I've got this time. I hope that's helpful and gives you some insight regarding the connection. Okay, thank you so much as always for your question. All right, guys, Cameron, is that the last one? Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap it up for the evening for this live stream. Thank you as always for tuning in, everyone, and for anybody that tunes in after the live broadcast. Hopefully there's something in the general love forecast that helps you out, and I'll announce our next session on the community tab as well as on what other platform? Instagram. Let's see. I feel he needs to forgive himself. I agree. Yes, I do agree with that, V. Yeah, for sure. All right, guys, so I think we're going to go ahead and end this live stream. Again, thank you very much, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.